Hey everyone, welcome to Castle & Co., where we dive deep into the magic of Disney, one churro, one ride, one staycation, and one hidden Mickey at a time. And today, we're checking in at the Disney Pop Century Resort. This is a value resort packed with bold theming, nostalgic charm, and true to Disney fashion, incredible attention to detail.
Welcome.
Welcome to our staycation at Pop Century Resort. And as every good vacation begins, we drive under those beautiful words welcoming us to the most magical place on earth, Disney World. And here you see the Pop Century sign from the road as we pull on to the Pop Century property. This was our first time staying at this resort as a family, and I will tell you, we had a great time. It was a great stay. You know, really, even the letters symbolize it, the colors. You see, this is going to be a place full of fun, playful, details, full of personality. And that's what we experienced. From the decades to the coloration to the cafeteria, this was a great place for our family. All right, here is the moment. Walking in the room. The Pop Century Resort. Here it is, looking good. Look at the details. Welcome, Lolly family. That's us. We're here. Check it out. Got the cooler for those who like to bring drinks or store their drinks overnight. Perfect place for your drinks. We like to bring milk in here for the kids, different things like that. They've got some extra storage here. The Cuisinart little K-cup style machine here for those who like to drink coffee. Don't forget the AC unit. This one's good right there. Oh, we got the curtains looking good here. That looks great. And then we turn here, taking the whole room. This is a Murphy bed. I'm going to show you guys how to do that here in a moment. Looking good. And they got the nice queen. Oh, man. These are great beds. Actually, pretty comfortable. Sliding door for extra storage here in the room tour. Those who like to hang their bags, hang different things here. Extra storage for those who are clothes. We have a lot of shoes in our family, so we definitely use these suckers. We got the ironing board. Let's see what other storage we have in here. Okay. Got the hair dryer, iron for all of your needs. Of course, there is a great big mirror. Little mirror for the details. Look at the details. Then we got another full-length mirror for everybody who likes to check out their outfit of the day. OOT, I think. OTD. Then got the sliding glass door here for the restroom, the shower. Oh, we got the overhead and the handheld. And then, pro tip, and for those who don't know, if you look right there, you can take that and pull that little knob, and it will actually attach right here. You can dry your wet towels, dry your wet clothes. You've been on Tiana Splash Mountain or Cali River Rapids, and you go, we got to dry our clothes. They're soaked. That is where you do it. Of course, we got to look at this. Yeah, take it in, the shampoo, conditioner, body wash. Even if you don't like the smell, it's Disney World. You got to use it while you're here, right? Of course, there's a restroom, toilet. And once again, if you need the privacy, you slide the door, slide this door, and you've got the bed. Now, at this moment, I'm going to pause my camera and show you how to do the Murphy bed here. Ta-da! There it is. So now you see, not that hard. You throw it back up there. I mean, I'm a pretty big guy, but it just took me like one arm, and it's really easy, really friendly for anyone. So that is the room tour. Now, all other fun stuff coming up. I almost forgot. We have this really special thing in every Disney resort room called Hey Disney. You can ask it questions. You can say, Hey Disney, what's the weather outside?
Currently, in Lake Buena Vista, it's 91 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Tonight, you can expect clear skies with a low of 72 degrees.
It looks like a beautiful day to me.
Super cool. You can add all kinds of things there. You can ask it jokes. You can even ask it for wake-up calls, all kinds of fun things. And I encourage you, if you ever check in here, look it up, play with it. Your kids will love it. I love it. It's a good time. Well, now on to some more Pop Century. You never know what you might find here at the Disney resorts. It's a little bunny rabbit. Thumper, is that you? As I mentioned earlier, we are staying in the 80s decade, which they have yet to renovate that section because they are renovating buildings at a time, so I'm sure it will be coming along shortly. Here is the resort map and the layout. Each is organized by decade from the 50s all the way to the 90s. I'll say this, it's big, but it's walkable. And you have the Hippy Dippy Pool and the lobby right in the center, and they give you access to the Hourglass Lake, and across that lake is the Art of Animation. Here you'll notice the recently renovated Everything Pop store, and you can instantly feel the energy. It's part store, part food court, 100% Disney. This is where you can grab those last minute mini ears, refill your resort mug, or find an exclusive souvenir you didn't know you needed. Look at the shirts. They're just so much fun. Mini ears, and I can tell you, whenever you're on a staycation, I always want to bring back a little merch to show I was on the staycation. Those tumblers, keep your drinks warm, just FYI. And here's the recently renovated cafeteria. The colors, I mentioned it earlier. It's so much fun there. And then here you see they have a cafe that serves Joffrey drinks. And I have one of my favorite drinks here. You'll notice some Mickey-shaped cinnamon rolls, but I had a cinnamon roll cold brew. It is sweet, creamy, and I'll tell you, seriously delicious. One of my favorite Joffrey drinks I've ever had. And what's a Disney vacation without Mickey waffles, right? They're not just cute, they just taste better at Disney. It's science. And of course, your typical quick service meals and menus. You can find pizza, chicken fingers and fries, of course, Uncrustables you can grab and go, snacks, drinks of the sort. I had a grilled chicken sandwich with this aioli on it. It was delicious. And you'll notice, as I said, it's been renovated. The colors look good. You'll find the theme is fun. Just overall, it is very welcoming, very energetic, and very family friendly. One of the things Disney does best is immersive theming, and Pop Century is no exception. You'll find each section of the resort is packed with decade-specific icons that are larger with life. Even the Petals bar here, where you can get adult beverages or specialty non-adult beverages. Now let's take a quick highlight of some of the areas. This is the 70s resort, where you'll find a massive Mickey phone, a larger-than-life big wheel, and even a real twister board painted into the ground. You'll see me try that out in a second. You'll even find a playground area here in the 70s section, where if your kids like to play, they can have fun, get away from the hustle and bustle, and have a good time. Fun fact about these giant foosballs players is that they stand around 22 feet tall. And they're originally part of the early Pop Century concept that was intended to span all the 20th century decades, even in the resort across the Hourglass Lake. But if you aren't aware, during the 9/11 occurrence, tourism took a hit, and so they made a pivot, and it would eventually become Art of Animation. Our kids love running through the turf, having fun, acting like they were giant foosball characters. I may or may not have done that myself. And as I said, we're staying in the 80s resort, where you see Roger Rabbit, a nod to the 1988 collaboration with Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You'll see Pac-Man references, fun phrases like preppy, and Rubik's Cubes that line the stairwells. Like I said, tons of fun. That's where we stayed in the 80s. You see, that's really bottoms back up next to the 90s section, where you see these Walkmen, and I had a Walkman one time. Like I said, there's the phrase radical, totally awesome, and the computer pool, which we had a blast at. Now let's jump over to the other side of the resort, which is the 50s section, where you'll be greeted by bowling pins, jukeboxes, Lady and the Tramp statues. And you'll even hear Elvis and early rock and roll music playing throughout the area. And you'll notice, as I said earlier, there are 3 pools at this Pop Century resort. You have the computer pool in the 80s and 90s. You have this bowling pin-shaped pool here in the 50s. And in the 60s, you'll find the Hippy Dippy Pool, which we're looking at now, arguably the most colorful part of the resort. You've got the Jungle Brook characters there. You've got peace signs, flower power designs, and Play-Doh containers stacked sky high. And you see there's also a splash pad for the little ones that want to play in the water. It was a great time. Our family, as I said, really enjoy it. And because there are 3 pools, they never seem to be too overcrowded for you to have fun. Look at the details. Mr. and Miss Potato Head photo ops. As I said, there's Twister. I'm going to try not to pull a muscle here. But really, we had a great time. There's a ton that I couldn't even cover in all the highlights of this video. There's an arcade. You'll find that there's a jogging trail around the Hourglass Lake. You'll notice little details like the Goofy is the icon and mascot of this resort. Something cool that's also here is that characters are visiting the lobby at this moment. We get to see Goofy, Pluto, and Donald on our stay, so check that out when you visit. And then there's the Disney Skyliner, one of the best perks of staying here. This high-flying gondola system connects you to Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Caribbean Beach Resort, and the Riviera Resort, and I can tell you, it's a ton of fun. Fun fact, new detail, if you don't know this, it travels around 11 miles per hour and reaches heights up to 60 feet. I enjoy just closing my eyes, relaxing, enjoying the breeze, and enjoying the ride on my stay. It's a blast. So would we stay here again? Absolutely. With Skyliner access, iconic theming, and tons of photo-worthy moments, I really tell you, the Pop Century Resort proves that you don't have to go deluxe to have a deluxe experience. So I want to say this. Thanks for joining us on this tour of the Disney Pop Century Resort here at Castle & Co. Don't forget, every Disney resort tells a story. And Pop Century is packed with moments of story. So thanks for hanging out with us here at Castle & Co. If you like this resort tour, hit subscribe and keep watching, because I can tell you, friends, we've got tons of more Disney adventures just around the corner.